love you, my dear old Swanee. I'd give the world to be among the folks in the DIX. I even know my mammy is praying for me down by the Swanee. The folks up north will see me no more when I get to that Swanee shore.
This is Great Chefs of the South, a culinary tour of the Southland featuring the talents of some of the region's finest chefs. This time from Georgia, Gunter Seeger. From Florida, Steve Schaefer. And from Tennessee, Jose Gutierrez.
Dessert this time is prepared at the well-known Peabody Hotel in Memphis. The executive chef is dapper Frenchman Jose Gutierrez, and he offers hotel diners a decidedly upscale menu from the Chez Philippe. He has effectively melded classic technique with Southern tradition. Here is an unusual lemon cheesecake.
So what you have to do is to take the cream cheese out of the cooler for a few hours before, like that we get nice and soft. Try to mix those very, very well, and if you have electric mixer, that probably would be much easier.
This is 2.5 pounds of cream cheese and 10 ounces of sugar.
It should be nice and creamy and very, very soft, so electric mix is probably the best way to do it. Then when everything's mixed very, very well, just put 7 eggs and 5 egg yolks. And I'm going to put at the same time 2 ounces of lemon juice, vanilla extract, and lemon zest as well. Now, if you do an electric mixer and you can put the eggs one by one, it would be much easier. It looks like it's a lot of eggs, but then again, it's going to be a lot of cheesecake too.
After incorporation, whipped cream is added.
And we're going to put the whipped cream is being whipped just a bit, and we're going to fold everything inside.
Using an interesting baking method, the crust for the cheesecake is spread on a greased baking sheet.
We've got a mixture of almonds, hazelnut, sugar, and butter. We have 6 ounces of each. What you have to do is grind everything in the food processor, all the almonds and the hazelnuts with the sugar. And when it's nice and thin, just put in the melted butter. So what we're going to do here is to spread everything. And you're going to make sure that it's a very thin layers. You don't want to be too thick. You want to give room to the cheesecake mainly. This is just for flavor.
There's a sheet of parchment paper on the pan.
Now we're going to pour everything in there. See how nice and creamy that is? You almost have the same texture than shaving cream. There you Now we're going to bake this one here in the oven at 250 degrees for at least 18 minutes. Of course, the time is depending of the temperature in your own oven. What you want to do is to be cooked without giving too much color on the top. Okay? You can cook it straight up, or you can cook in the water bath, one or the other.
Garnish includes shredded sweet potato.
What you end up with is just some spaghettis. Now, what we're going to do with those is we're going to take like that much per person, put in the sugar, and deep fry them. You have to deep fry those in peanut oil and very low temperature. You don't want them to burn. You want them just to be flat and stay together. Little potato look like a potato lace. Is that beautiful they are?
The finished cheesecake is cut for presentation.
What we do for that is cut it with a small cutter. Just go straight ahead.
A serving contains 3 cheesecake rounds. A sauce contains lemon and orange juice, sugar, and a little cornstarch.
And it's not the quantity that we're going to put in there, but just to give it some extra flavor.
Using the torch, the chef caramelizes sugar on top of the cheesecake.
So the first slice is going on the bottom, and then so the first one go on top. Then we're going to go for the second one. And what I like about this dessert is the simplicity of it, and you have to leave it just the way it is and serve it just like that. Et voilà.
Mammy is waiting for me, praying for me down by the Swanee. The folks up north will see me no more when I get to that Swanee shore.